Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to my channel. Today in our video, I will tell you what stories people have sent me in the mail. My mother-in-law asks me to give her gifts we received at our wedding. I have been married for 2 months. My husband's family is in Saigon and my family is in Bentre. My husband's parents are not retired yet. I got to know my husband when I was working as a receptionist in a hotel. We date for a year before getting married. His family background is quite simple. His relatives are mainly office workers. They live quite close to each other and support each other. I feel happy about that sense of support. He is very caring and loving towards me. Our wedding was elaborately organized in my hometown. I felt both proud and happy. After the wedding, I came to live with his family in his hometown. His house is a 3-floor one. Most people in the family have their own personal spaces for daily activities. They even have a house helper. After the wedding, my husband helped to land me a job as a receptionist in a media company. His family is very loving towards me. The problem happened 3 days after the wedding. My mother-in-law asked me to give me the list of the people from her office who attended the wedding, so she will know whose weddings she should attend in the future. I was not aware of such a list since I was so exhausted at the wedding. My husband and husband's sister took care of that. I only know that after paying all the expenses, we had $6,399 left over. My mother-in-law was not happy that I was not aware of such details. She told me that I should give her the gold people gave us in the wedding so she can keep it in a mini safe in her home, which would be safer. I wasn't happy with that, but I didn't say anything. I only thought the money people gave us at our wedding is our possession. Am I right to feel this way? I look forward to your advice, dear readers. I get infatuated with my coworker, though still loving my husband. Life is filled with strange things and nothing seems permanent, just like my story. I love my husband so much, and yet still got infatuated with another man. I am over 30 years old. I have a husband and children. I am working as a manager for a big company with a good salary. I always feel lucky that I have a beautiful house, stable job, and beautiful and well-behaved children. My husband is tall, handsome, very smart, makes lots of money, and cares for his wife and children. He is my first love. We had to work hard to have such a good family. We overcame a lot of difficulties together, so I am very grateful for my current happiness. I thought that life would always be smooth, earning money, getting a promotion, caring for the family. But then, I met him. We got to know each other in a business project. Perhaps I was so impressed since he is tall, handsome, smart, and educated. He is a very capable person. Later I found out he is quite well known in his community. Unlike other women, I appeared uninterested in him. Since I am married, I was not so proactive in approaching other people. Unexpectedly, he became interested in me exactly because I appeared uninterested. He later revealed that he noticed my cool manner. A while into the project, I noticed something different about him. Several times I noticed he kept staring and smiling at me. Then he proactively approached me. He kept texting me but only talked about daily life and work. There was nothing unusual in those chats, so I was not so concerned. I just talked to him like any other friend. And then things stopped being just normal. He couldn't seem to pretend he didn't like me. He did not say it out loud, but his actions were very obvious. He is gentle and very caring towards me. He is also very sensitive. He can notice my change in feelings and thoughts, no matter how small. I was deeply moved by him, yet at the same time quite confused by those sentiments. I am not someone easy to fall in love. I love my husband and family a lot. It seems like he did not expect our relationship would get serious either. Maybe in the beginning he just wanted a new friend. We could not contain our feelings for each other, but we did not cross the line. Many times I wanted to end this kind of feelings for him, but did not succeed. I love him, but I can't leave my family or my current job. No matter how much I love him, my husband is still a line I can't cross. I decided to stop contacting my coworker. I still miss him so much and wonder when I can become normal again. Thank you so much for spending time to read my thoughts. Writing this down makes me feel much better. I hope that I can remain at peace, and even if I never see him again, I hope I can still see him as a good friend. I paid a heavy price for betraying my husband. My husband is controlling and does not respect my family. The sad family wife made me have an affair, leading to a very sad ending. We had a long-distance relationship for 3 years, then were married for 7 years up until now. Our marriage has always been full of ups and downs. He is from the north, I am from the south. He is quite responsible to his family, not addicted to alcohol, does not have affairs. The main problem is that he is very controlling and I have to obey him in many matters. He is not respectful towards my family either. He has never joined weddings or death rituals in my family. My mother lives close to us. Each month I give her $12803 for her expenses. She usually comes home early from work and cooks for all of us. My husband is quite calculating. He says that the monthly food cost should not be that high, since my mom has 4 days each month when she only eats vegan food, and I always cook on weekends. He gives my mom $2,000 every tet, but this year he only gave her $12803. He says that my mom will spend it all no matter how much he gives her. I use my bank card for our expenses, but he keeps his card for himself. He has never said sweet words to me. I have always been close to him since our days of dating. Mom says I should keep harmony with my husband for the sake of our children. There would be nothing serious if I had not met my first love, my love when I was 17 years old. We were very innocent back then, and nothing sexual happened. He is still gentle, and he is still single. His younger sister recently died, and he has lived quite erratically since then. I was attracted to his story. I felt like I could save him from his emotional problem. I sent him lots of texts. I also read lots of articles online about people who have affairs, and I even sought some psychologists. My main mistake is that I did not talk with my husband before things got too far. I was afraid that my husband would get hurt if he found out, so I wrote him a letter asking for a divorce. Eventually, he did find out. I kneeled down, begged him to not reveal what I did with anyone else, especially our young son. The night he found out was the first time in so many years of marriage that I felt he loved me and was afraid of losing me. He told me I should tell him everything, and that he will forgive me if I tell him. I feel like I don't deserve his love anymore. It's already difficult to live together, and I feel it's even harder now after he found out what I did. So we ended up getting a divorce. We have been divorced for a year now. Our son stays with him and is cared for by him. I only pick up my son to do things with him on the weekends. Today he said that I should leave him and our son alone. He says that I was the one who did something wrong. I was so hurt. I miss my son so much. I cried at night when looking at pictures of my son when he was still a baby. I read the messages that my son sent me by the phone that my husband bought for him. Mom, I want to hang out with you. Mom, I am in first grade now. Mom, I only got 8 points on my test. Will you be sad? I feel deeply hurt. I can't imagine having to leave my son. I feel like a bad mom, someone who cannot give her child full happiness. I know that my husband has been good to me, and this is the price I have to pay for having an affair. I write my story here so that people like me, mothers and wives, if you have troubles in your marriage, do discuss this with your husband. Please do not let things go too far like I did. Am I wrong for telling the truth about my husband's personality? My husband and I have been married for 7 years. He is a very hot-tempered, stubborn person who likes to save face. Since we started living together, we've quarreled a lot. Recently, I've tried to be more patient, so we quarrel a bit less. Our latest argument happened more than a week ago. We were having breakfast and came across the family of our daughter's classmates. I was polite to them. After the meal, my husband wanted to pay for both families. I told him it's not necessary to do so, especially since the two families are not close. He is always like that, always wanting to pay bills for friends whenever we go out together. Whenever I go out with him, he always wants to pay for other people. The argument escalated when my husband said that what he did was none of my business, that he could do whatever he wanted with his money, even paying for all of our daughter's classmates if he felt like it. I then asked why he didn't give me money to give lucky money to my relatives if he cared so much about his self-image. My husband got furious, cursed me, and burned some of our family's belongings at our house. I also feel sad because he scared our daughter when he destroyed belongings in the house. I wonder whether what I said or did was wrong, and whether or not I should make peace with my husband. I am looking forward to your advice, readers. Write in the comments what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Also put a bell so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.